Hello ladies and welcome back to my channel. Now let's just immediately lock in for like a week straight of thrifting. I hit up so many different stores and we've also got a great haul for you at the end as well. So I'm starting off at this antique vintage warehouse. I've actually been here once before and honestly it was kind of disappointing, but I still managed to find a few things like when I went a couple years ago. So I'm really holding out hope that it'll be better this time. There were a few good records in this one stall, but they were super expensive and I don't really need them. And I'm actually all the way out here in this suburb, specifically to pick up some rare Nine Inch Nails vinyl. So that's really all that I care about. I thought about getting one of these old rabbit traps to use as decor. I feel like the rustiness and like the metal really goes with all the medical stuff and bones that I have on the wall, but I never ended up coming back to them. These are so stunning, but at that price point, I can't even consider buying them. Oh my God. Dentist tool spotted. Well, it's a dentist light, but I'm still gonna count it anyway. It was like $300. I remember this store from last time I was here. It is hands down the most interesting shop I've seen at one of these bazaars. Everything is like super campy and over the top and weird. Even though it isn't really my style, I do appreciate the art. Okay, so the issue that I have with this place is that half the stalls are empty and then the other half seem to be someone's like personal collection of cool stuff that isn't for sale or that's priced so ridiculously that you can't even buy them. Like this gorgeous vintage Bible is just here for display. Like, girl, take it home then. Don't bait me like that. I was gonna buy this. And then we kind of wrapped it up after realizing that half the stuff wasn't for sale. But the last thing that I found before leaving were these invalid cups that were significantly cheaper, but significantly more boring than the one that I own. So it's all good. Anyway, yeah, this was honestly more disappointing than last time. So we are off to another little store in the area. I'm thrifting with Jeff, by the way. That's why I keep saying we. But anyway, the first thing that I found was this vintage fur jacket. I would actually really love to find a long black fur coat someday, like a real vintage one. Why this random Vinnies in like this small area had these huge PVC stripper boots is beyond me, but honestly a huge win for the girls around here. These weren't my size, but they would be so adorable, don't you think? Oh my God. Another thing that I realized about this place is that every little store was really like expensive. As you can see with this literally perfect corset bag, I audibly gasped when I saw it, and then I gasped again when I saw that it was $40. On to the next op shop now. We are speed running these. I was honestly just trying to kill time until I could get to my Nine Inch Nails vinyl. And we also kind of got stuck in the salvos for a really long time because it started absolutely pouring. So we were waiting around for it to stop. I was watching this poor kid just get absolutely demolished by like torrential downpour. Anyway, Jeff did end up finding something here. He got this 70s glass jug that suits his house perfectly. He has a real like 70s mid-century modern feel. And I picked up this tiered jewelry box and I actually have a matching one already at home. I secured the goods. Oh my God, I got both of these Nine Inch Nails records for $100 off of Facebook Marketplace. Feeling truly #blessed at this point. We're gonna move on to the next day though. I did a little day trip with my mom to Bendigo and we thought that we would go to a few different stores while we were in the area, starting off at this Vinnies. This is a rural town, so I wasn't expecting to find much, honestly, and I knew that they would have kind of overinflated prices. I did really like this faux military sort of jacket with all the buttons, but it was $45, so we left that behind. And then of course it is a country town, so there's going to be lots of fur pieces. Again, I need my fur coat to be long and very dark. My mom then found this really pretty red dress that she tried on and it fit her very nicely. I didn't end up finding anything at the store, but that's okay because my mom got her dress. We actually did go to another store after this, but we both didn't really get anything other than this Mona Lisa portrait that I only bought for the frame. So then we moved on to a more like modern, less country looking store. It was honestly such a confusing experience because obviously it looks very cool and hip and young, and it has an entire rack dedicated to leather and latex clothing, a few of which I picked up and tried on, but they were also just blasting like super religious music, like really Christian songs, just I guess to remind us we were still in the country. Anyway, I will be trying on that faux latex dress and corset belt, as well as this gorgeous red Hugo Boss dress. Sorry, everyone in the world just happens to be driving down my street while I'm recording this right now. I'm so sorry. I do love to see a vintage wedding dress like this 70s one, even though I do not know where I would wear it and they're always out of my price range. Time to try things on now, and this faux latex dress was so cute, very gothic, so I will be purchasing for $10. And then this dress was way too small. It wouldn't zip up all the way, and the pleats on the front ended up stretching and looking really weird in this area. So yeah, she had to go back on the rack. I also found this studded bag, but aside from that, that's all for our Bendigo trip. Now onto a very successful Savers trip. I started off in the dress section because it's usually where I find the most amount of stuff at this specific store. I actually found this insane leopard print dress, but I did not try it on, and I kind of regret it now looking back. I did, however, try on this slip dress with huge side cutouts. I thought that it was so cute, and it would be like maybe good for layering, or maybe just being like really slutty at the club, who knows. And then this purple crushed velvet dress was kind of giving me that whimsy goth vibe, very cute. I adore this pink prairie dress, especially the gorgeous mutton sleeves. I was really hoping that it fit me because it did look like it was handmade and might have been like a little bit too small. This polka dot dress was actually so adorable and so classic, but I refrained from trying it on because I thought the neckline would be unflattering on me, but honestly, like, who cares? Just try everything on in the store, and like, if it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. I did put this dress in the cart though. It was a cute little bodycon number. I love how it has this really subtle dark green color to it. I rarely check out the jacket section, but I'm really glad I didn't skip it this time because this Caroline Morgan leopard print jacket was just waiting for me there. It looked so comfortable, so divalicious, so 2000s, so I can't say the word that I want to say, otherwise I'm going to get demonetized. The next jacket was a little weird, honestly. I hated that the animal print was on everything except for the cuffs, but I did love that the buttons were like a matching velvet. This little polka dot jacket was so adorable. I was really hoping it would fit in a very like boxy and kind of oversized way so that I can wear it as a top on its own. It's kind of giving that like chic French style, so we're just going to try it on. This one was really interesting. Y'all know that I'm a sucker for asymmetrical detailing, but I don't think that this color and shape was really for me. And this was such a weird jacket. It's like a cropped bolero. It has a satin lining and this like dark purple velvet. I really did love the cuffs, but I know I'm not actually going to wear this. I love a good stripe moment, so this blouse with ruffles was definitely up my alley, and I was hoping the stretchy cinched back would make it fit like really well. Onto the shoe section now, and the first pair I found was so gorgeous. I really liked the color and the like big tongue that's folded over the front of it. And then there were some iconic Jessica Simpson wedges. One thing about this place is that it is the most expensive Savers, but it always delivers on shoes and dresses. These Michael Kors heels would have been coming home with me if they were in a black instead of nude. Wait, I could have just dyed them. Oh. I hate when I realize these things after I've left the store. I did put these little vintage Mary Janes in the cart though. They looked super comfy, and that heel is definitely a walkable and drivable heel. And these huge leather wedges were 2 sizes too big for me, which is very disappointing, but honestly, I have so many shoes at this point. It's okay. This is such a specific find for me, but I've actually been looking for really big crystal beads like this. It was my dog's birthday recently, and I wanted to make him a sun catcher so that he can play with the light when I'm not home. It's his favorite game. We call it catching fairies. These earrings were such a throwback. I actually can't remember if I had these as a kid or not, but they are so 2000s. I kind of miss them. And then I got this bracelet to harvest the beads to help make Addie's sun catcher as well. In the miscellaneous section, this glass overhead light with painted nursery rhyme characters on it. Oh my god, are you kidding me? It's so precious. I really hope that some lucky kid gets this in their room. This Catholic candle holder is easily coming home with me, no doubt about it, but I didn't pick up the actual church candles. I don't know how they're different to any regular candles, so I feel like I would have to keep the packaging on them to like tell people that these are church candles, you know? I then hit the fucking 90s rock DVD gold mine. There were like 3 or 4 different copies of each of these, so I just thought I would pick one of every band that I listened to. Honestly, I could have just left with these and been so happy with this haul. Anyway, it's time to sort through and try on everything. First thing to try on is this button-up blouse, and I did think it was pretty, but I honestly really hated the sleeves. They are kind of puffy, but they sit so they're like a 3/4 length, while I think I would prefer for them to be like a regular short sleeve with a more dramatic puff effect. Next up, we have the polka dot jacket, and this did not fit like how I was imagining in my head. I think it needed to be a bit more boxy around the torso because it just kind of fit me regularly and boring, rather than having like that strong silhouette that I was after. These shoes were so cute. They fit me really perfectly. The heel is chunky enough that I'm not gonna fall over in them. And they even suited the polka dot jacket. So I did reconsider buying it, but ultimately decided that it didn't suit me and just went with the shoes. I also bought these little retro shoes. I love that they have Velcro. Not that I could actually see how comfortable they were to walk in them because Savers tied them together and all I could do was like waddle around the store, but they are super cute regardless. This jacket was a no-brainer. It was really soft and stretchy and the print is literally perfect. And even when I buttoned it up, it looked like a really cool trench coat. So yeah, this is definitely mine. And then just as I was about to go try everything else on and finish up my trip, they wheeled out this new rack. So I quickly threw these two tops into my cart as well to try on. This dress was a really thick material and way too tight despite apparently being my size, so I very easily put that back. And then very unfortunate, but this dress was really, really small too. The sleeves fit me, but not the neck area, so yeah, she's gonna go back. And then this slip was very confusing. It did technically fit, but then the chest area had this like weird folded over part, so it cut my boobs in half. I don't even know how that works. And then this top is so unlike everything I have in my wardrobe, but when I put it on, I was literally floored at how flattering it was on me. I feel like I had no choice but to buy it, despite it being so different from what I usually go for. This was also really cute, but it was too tight around my chest, and it had hook and eye closures, which are really fiddly to do up, so I just couldn't see myself actually wearing it very much. So I was actually trying to leave to wrap up this trip, but I remembered I hadn't checked the accessories properly, and I stumbled upon some really cool scarves and belts, like this studded scarf here. I thought it would be really cool as a mini skirt, or it could be worn as like a belt. And then this scarf was quite literally stunning. The rose appliques that like dangled off the bottom were so precious, but I can't imagine myself personally wearing it, so I left it for someone else. In belts, there were really some amazing good quality leather, like vintage gems here. This silver snake belt was really calling to me, and I thought this black beaded one was really cool until I saw that the closure was this like solid dark wood, and I don't really think I have anything that would suit that, so I did put it back. And we have another vintage snake belt. This one was really thick and way too small on me, but I could definitely imagine Bo wearing it, as well as this brown leather belt that had like a knife holster in it. I thought that that would be perfect for the Leatherman that he carries around at work, so I ended up picking those up for him as well. We might be broken up, but we're still like best friends, so it's okay. Okay, I am finally done now. This is our total. Oh my god, Savers, what is with your pricing? And it's time to go home for a haul now. Okay, hello. So as you guys can probably tell, I'm about to go out. I'm not just hanging around my house looking like this wearing this new dress that I got, but honestly, I could be. I don't know. I only have a minimal amount of time to do this, but I thought that I would just get it out of the way and give you guys a haul. I got so many insane things over the last like 3 days or so. One of which is this insane faux latex PVC dress. Absolutely stunning. I really wanted to wear it tonight, but I don't actually know if I'll be able to because I washed it earlier in the day and I thought that it would be dry by now, and it's dry on the outside obviously because it's like water resistant, but the inside cups are still a little damp and I'm feeling a little itchy and I want to take it off, and it's also so hot outside, it's crazy, so I don't really want to add like more moisture to that. It's just feeling a little bit weird right now. I bought this one when I was thrifting with my mom in Bendigo. Anyway, I love this dress. It's very vampy, it's very goth. Next thing I'm gonna go over, I guess I'll show you guys the stuff that I got in Bendigo. So I did end up getting that Mona Lisa like portrait, and obviously I just got it because the frame is gorgeous. It has a little bow up the top and it's like Got these gold details, which is adorable. She's printed onto some fabric, but I feel like I could paint over her, honestly, and I can make my own little portrait in this, so I'm gonna be DIYing that. And then I also got this brand new with tags, not that that matters or anything, but I got this little star leather keychain. I'm gonna cut all the other random crap off of it and just have the little star. It matches perfectly with my cowhide star that I got recently. I love this keychain, it's so cute. I wish I could put it on like all of my bags at the same time. But yeah, the silver star definitely also suits my aesthetic, wouldn't you think? Very, very cute. This was also from my trip to Bendigo. I got this little like slouchy studded bag, and yes, it is really ugly. It's got like a denim tie-dye effect. Absolutely horrible. So I'm definitely going to be dyeing this black along with a couple of other things that I've been meaning to dye black. And then the last thing that I got from Bendigo is this underbust corset. In my last video I thrifted a brown version of this that was like a lace-up one, and like it was fine, but I think it was a little bit too big. I could have gone a little bit smaller just to get that really cinched look, and it's brown as well, so I would have had to dye that black. Whereas this one is exactly the shape that I want, exactly the size that I want, because it has these like adjustable press studs, so you can choose how tight you want it to be, and it's already in black. So the next thing is not a chalice or a goblet, which is kind of what I thought it was initially, but it's actually a candle holder, like a tea light holder. But obviously I got it because of the Catholic imagery. Oh my god, absolutely stunning. In silver as well. I rarely ever find Catholic stuff in silver, it's always in gold. But yeah, I love the cross on it, and it's got a little Mary and Jesus carved into it as well, which is so adorable. So I just need to get a big ass like thick candle. Next up I have this little guy here. She is extremely ugly, I will not lie. She's like a little cupie person. It's definitely vintage, and she's made out of porcelain, and then she's hand painted and also on a little pin, so I will be wearing her on my shirts. Maybe I'll wear her tonight. Next, we're gonna get into our physical media because I hit the jackpot in the DVD section. Just quickly, I also got Mayhem by Lady Gaga and Fame Monster as well. I got these from JB Hi-Fi. I didn't thrift them, but I've just been wanting them for so long because then I can play them constantly in my car at like 17 decibels higher than what my phone plays. Literally perfect. Anyway, first one is Rage Against the Machine live at the Grand Olympic Auditorium. So I also got Rage Against the Machine's Battle of Mexico City. I got Foo Fighters Everywhere But Home. I've seen Foo Fighters like 3 times now, and they are good, but like I'm not a huge fan. My dad is really the huge fan, so I was like, oh, it's like $2. I might as well get a bunch of these, and I can always give the ones that I don't want to him. I also got Foo Fighters Skin and Bones. I've heard that this one actually is good, so I might like watch it and then I can give it to him. I might also give this Pearl Jam 2000s one to him as well. Like, again, I'm a Pearl Jam fan and I like them. I've seen them live, they're great, but I'm just not like a massive fan. And then the last one that I got is a double feature CD of 2 different Jeff Buckley performances, and I love Jeff Buckley, he's incredible. So those are all the physical media things that I got, and I'm very happy with them, including my 2 Gaga CDs. Oh, I did such a good job. Alright, so I got the studded bag, and you guys know already that I absolutely love studs, but I also did pick up this studded scarf. It's a little bit like stiff. I'm not sure what the material is, but it's quite like a thick, stiff material. I can wear it as like an actual wraparound, you know, proper neck scarf and everything, but I thought also because of how thick the material is, I could wear it like that. I could also wear it as like a little wraparound skirt, or I could DIY it to kind of be a little bit shorter, and then I could like permanently sew it to be like a little wrap skirt. Like, how cool is that? Yeah, I love that. Or even as just like a layering piece, so this could go over the top of like one of my more boring black skirts, and then it would give it like a little bit more edginess and character. And then the last accessory that I got, well, that's not technically, this isn't the last one. I got this one for myself, but I did get those 2 other belts for Bo, and he was thrilled with them. He's a belt slut, so he loves belts. But then I was like, I actually have to keep this one for myself because it is so cool. But yeah, I think this is absolutely gorgeous. The metal is really solid. Normally when I pick up belts that have metal on them or studs or anything, you can tell that they're like plastic that's coated in like a chrome kind of you know, paint or something, and you're like, okay, this is gonna like fall apart in the next year or so, whereas this is like solid. The leather feels really good quality. Same with the other two belts. I think there was like a Western baddie that just donated all of her stuff to this thrift store, honestly. Next thing that I got is kind of surprising to me, and I don't know if I'm going to dye this, not black or anything, but I will dye it black for like a really short period of time so that it just gets a little bit darker. Like, I do really love this top, but I'm just not someone that wears brown very often, and I don't think it looks very good with my skin tone. I love the red trim around the collar and the cuffs, and like on this extra material here that you can use to like cinch it in a little bit, but I just don't think I like the brown. As someone who hates brown, and as someone who hates v-necks, I was like genuinely surprised that I really liked this. It just fits really nicely. It's very tight and cinched, and then like, you know, there's some support for the girls and everything. But yeah, I just think this is so cool, and I might just dunk it in some like black water for like a second just to make it a little bit darker, and then I'll actually wear it a little bit more. Okay, then we have this jacket right here. I was also gonna wear this tonight, but again, I would have to like wash it. It's really, really comfortable. It's like a really nice light kind of jacket. It has like this double-breasted kind of trench coat vibe to it because it's got the buttons on both sides, and it's super light because the lining is made of linen. So yeah, I think it's really flattering. I think it's so cute. It does have functioning pockets, which was like a main selling point for me. If I pick up a jacket and I'm like, oh, this is so cute, and then it's got fake pockets on it, I'm like, I have been deceived. I have been lied to, and I will not be purchasing this item. It's a little bit big on me, which I really like because I tend to not wear my jackets and my coats when they're too small, even if they are really cool and flattering and interesting. But if I can't do this, or I can't lift my arms up like comfortably without everything being like, you know, getting moved around, then I'm just not gonna reach for it as much as something that has more room for me to actually live my life in. Now I'm almost done, I promise. But next up, I have these gorgeous suede shoes. I wasn't actually gonna get these, but I'm really glad that I have because they are super comfortable. They have that really like adorable little like 50s retro kind of silhouette to them, where they're like a little kitten heel and like a chunky Mary Jane strap on them. And my favorite part about them is that they do not actually button up, even though they do have buttons on the sides. But they're Velcro, so I will actually wear them a lot more than my other shoes that have like buckles that I need to sit down and like do up properly, or like, you know, laces and things that I have to adjust. So zips and like Velcro and stuff is honestly so perfect, and yeah, I can put them on really quick when I'm running out the door at 4 o'clock in the morning. I think this is the last thing, but I bought these shoes. I didn't think I was gonna buy them, and then I was like, no, they're actually so cute. I love the color of them. They're this like dusty kind of burgundy red. I know that y'all are probably gonna look at this and be like, it's brown, it's fucking brown. But like, I promise, they're more of like a reddish, dusty red color in person. They were a little bit expensive. They were like $25, which is kind of crazy for me. They're a really good quality, like sturdy shoe. They're from the brand Zoo, and they're made in Brazil. I kind of got like a big boho sort of haul, didn't I? A very like bohemian sort of style with the top and the belts and the studs. Yeah, I think I kind of strayed out of my comfort zone a little bit with some of these pieces, but I was like, you know what? It looks really flattering. They look really cool. I'm a multifaceted person. I have multiple different aesthetics. I don't have to fit into goth or alternative or emo or boho or coquette or whatever. Like, who cares? They're cool. I love them. They fit me well. I think that's it. I think I'm ready to go. Well, I'm not. I have to blow dry this dress first. Yeah, I have to like go continue getting ready. I'm gonna go meet Bunny at the club. I'm literally sweating so much, and I'm so worried that my eyeliner is like running down my face. Thank you guys so much for coming with me on these thrift trips, and thank you guys all so much for watching and subscribing. If you liked the video, then give the video a like, and if you liked me, then feel free to subscribe to my channel. No one's holding a gun to your head though and forcing you to, so you really don't have to. But like, if you do choose to, then I will see you all in the next one. Bye.